Well, in this next set of videos, what I want to discuss is the debate between Calvinism and free will. Now, this is something that has been going on for over 400 years. It has been debated and argued over and over again, so I'm not going to solve it in just a few videos. My goal here is to point out what I feel the troubling and even unbiblical teachings of what is known as either Calvinism or Reformed theology or the doctrines of grace. Under whatever name it is called, this theology has split churches, Sunday school classes, Bible studies, even affected marriages and Christian fellowships. And sadly, many times those who don't hold to a Calvinism point of view are immediately branded as Arminian, which is unfair and uncalled for. There are many fine teachers in both camps, Reformed category and the free will category. What I believe is really at stake in all of this is not who is smarter than who's better than who, but what is the nature and the character of God. We'll look at questions through these videos such as these. Does God love all men? Does God desire all men to be saved? Did Jesus die for all men? Does God have to make people love him? Can God make people receive a gift against their free will? Can God make you believe what you don't want to believe? Does God predestinate men and women to hell, to heaven? Does he predestinate their sin? Hopefully, we'll shed some light on some of these important and penetrating questions. Now, for a minute here, I want to share with you some of the quotes of famous Calvinists that I have found. And these are quotes from highly regarded teachers. R.C. Sproul declared that the titans of classical Christian scholarship are Calvinists. So apparently, if you are not a Calvinist, you are not one of the titans of classical Christianity. D. James Kennedy has said, I am a Presbyterian because Presbyterianism is the purest form of Calvinism. So if you're not a Presbyterian and a Calvinist, does that mean you're not a Christian? John Piper said the doctrines of grace, total depravity, unconditional election, limited atonement, irresistible grace, the perseverance of the saints, are the warp and the woof of the biblical gospel cherished by saints for many centuries. So if you don't hold to the doctrines of grace, does that mean you're not a believer? John Gerstner writes, we believe with the great Baptist preacher Charles Haddon Spurgeon that Calvinism is just another name for Christianity. Again, if Calvinism is true Christianity, where does that leave people who are non-Calvinist, yet claim to be Christian? Does that mean we are outside the camp? There are many more that I will be sharing during the course of these videos, but that is basically what is at stake here.